Yes, my people, welcome back to Tenacious Trading Group. So today I'm just gonna do a back test of yesterday's potential trades. So if you go to the 1 hour chart, we are we are currently bullish as we've had this market structure break. We respected this low, and also we're above the SMAs, but we've come close, so you could potentially say that price could also potentially flip. But overall, we are bullish. So if you go to a 5 minute chart, what I want to do, I want to trade with my higher time frame trend. I want to trade a continuation. So right now, technically, we have made lower lows and then made a higher low. We failed to make a new lower low. Then we made a higher. Then we made a lower. So we was kind of consolidating within this area here. But overall, also the SMA was also bearish. So even if I wanted to take a trade longs, I wouldn't be able to because of my SMA. So price now has actually flipped bullish, and I think a lot of you guys had this area here. I mean, if let price play out. Okay, so you get your 1, your 2, your 3, just about sweeps, depending on what you use as 2, but this just about sweeps. 4, 5. You go down to your 1 minute time frame and start looking for something to help you get in. So if you look again at swing points, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, failed to make a new higher high, made a lower low, but now we made a higher low again. So can you see how that's even like a little double bottom, and the price has gone back up. So if you know how to trade this going back up, then that's a winning trade for you right there. That's a winning trade for you right there. Um, we don't quite tap the 618 if I'm correct. Yeah, so we don't quite tap the 618, but we do mitigate at least 50% from the low to the high. We don't quite mitigate 50%. So even though we did take out the high, because we did actually, so even though we took out this high from here, there's always a chance that this could always get swept, or we might, come back, tap into something, and then push back up again, or we will run these lows. It's 50-50. We can't guess. We can only anticipate what may happen next. So technically, I could have something within here. I could try look for a bounce within here. See what happens. Yeah, so again, we've come down, we've tapped an area of interest, we've had SBS even within here. As this could be a 1, that could be a 2, that could be a 3, 4, 5, and then now potentially looking for a trade that takes it higher. We tapped into this area of supply and demand. I mean, I can even really narrow it down to here if I really want to, and it's the same thing where this is my 1, this is my 2, that's my 3. So now this is my so this is my 4. Let's remove that, and then now this is my 5. So you can see how we've had like that double bottom figure where look, we was making high lower lows and lower highs. See that double bottom figure there? So potentially that could have been the trade that potentially you want to try get in. Could also say you had an internal flip. Again, it'll be hard to see based off the 1 minute chart, but on the second chart, you probably have an internal flip where this could be a market structure break. CSS would have been like this for me. From this low to that high. Let price play out. So we don't quite mitigate the 50%, but we do mitigate at least 30. So potentially that could be in a trade. Stop below the low. Aim for whatever. I don't know. 2R. Let price play out. So you don't get. Yeah. So you don't quite get a 2R. Yep. Do we? Yes. You don't get quite a 2R. I think we are now. No. So you don't quite just get a 2R, but even so, we even had another SPS within here. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See that? So can you see how, like, when you are just following your setup, you see your setup, you trade a setup, like nothing can really go wrong because you're doing all the things that you need to do to potentially try to get yourself in. You could even say that. Let me just remove that for a second. You could even say that this is your SPS, where this is your 1, that's your 2, that's your 3, 4, 5, and look what happened. Price has gone back up, and price has gone back up. So that was a trade that most of you took. Yesterday it didn't like the best, it didn't like the worst. It wasn't great price action, but it was readable price action. So that's it for NQ, and then for GU, there was an actual trade. So in the morning, 8 o'clock London time, when obviously it's most volatile, we are clearly in a downtrend, and yeah, so we're clearly in a downtrend. Let me just see what happens. Okay, so we do take out. Okay, so we do take out these internal lows, because technically we came from here. Protected high. Still protected. These are the lows I want price to run. So you have obviously 1, 2, 3, obviously 4, 5, and obviously price made its way back down. So there you want to take a trade until price gets below the SMA potentially. So you may not be able to find a trade based on your 1 minute. However, based on your 5, it's a decent trade. You might enter off the 618. So it looked like price came back, failed to take out these lows, took out this week high, but then we had this area here where price came back, bounced, we had a reaction, bounced again, had a reaction, bounced again, had another reaction. So this is a key area where price may potentially want to bounce from and keep making low lows and low highs. And if you see, look what happens. Price keeps going lower. You even have this area here, and you could say that this is your SPS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tap this SPS model 1, and then that's maybe you taking this trade back down, understanding that overall price was bearish. So again, like I said, you see the setup, you trade the setup. If you don't see the setup, you just don't take the setup. It's as simple as that. um but when you look at the overall bigger time frame, like I think I said this before, we're kind of stuck in a consolidation, innit? I think I said this before, where I think we're kind of stuck in a consolidation. Overall, we are bullish, but the SMAs aren't clear because we're kind of like moving across above. But anywho, like I always say, see the setup, trade the setup, depending on what time frame you're on. And then that's it for me, guys.